Hello, welcome to this Jane's Weather Update. Friday, 30th of August. We're about to hit spring. It is the fight between hot and cold, a lot of cold air to our south, intense cold fronts coming up, a lot of heat building to our north. We have activity in the southeast, a little bit in the southwest today, and a large area with not much going on and baking the interior of the country. All right, so over the past week, we did have some handy falls in these inland parts in through the southeast. A lot around the coastline in through here and western parts of Tasmania and in the southwest. But these guys in through here still missing out on the rain. That's over the past week. Where are we today? We do have a strong cold front that's coming through the southeast. You notice these isobars are squeezed together, so there's a tight gradient. That's why we have the intense winds. Looking further north, there is a huge ridge of high pressure. It stretches from well off the west coast to well off the east coast. And in terms of a gap in between those, it's only a very tiny gap. So we're always looking to see if we can enhance our weather systems with tropical moisture. So moisture coming from the tropics, the water there about 26 degrees holds this much moisture. The water down in the south, about 13 degrees, holds this much moisture. So anytime we can get that flow of moisture coming in, our rain is going to extend further inland. At the moment, I'm showing you this tiny gap means that no, it cannot get through. That's why it looks incredibly dry. Not much happening all through these parts here. All right, this here is our AI forecast. Now, what we have here is, let me just move this out of the way. We have got Friday. It's from our AI forecast. So this combines all of the different weather models and it's how much rain is likely for the day, from the start of the day through to the end. So here's our cold front coming across the southeast. You'll see it hits the coast. It dries off as it heads inland. It enhances itself over the ranges and then tapers off again as it moves right in there. So as soon as it bumps up as it hits the ranges and then disappears again. We've got just a little bit of activity in the southwest. We do have a lot of activity over these parts of Tasmania. All right, so that's Friday. Saturday, yes, more of the same. Another cold front coming in, more of these intense winds. You'll see it hits the ranges and then not much further north. Heading into Sunday, same sort of thing. Happy Father's Day. We've got all of this moving into the ranges, not much further north. Heading into Monday, nothing over here, slight difference in the southeast. This has extended a little bit further inland, but again, no connection to tropical moisture, so it can't deliver the goods through those areas in there. There is something a bit different about this on Monday, though. Let me show you another type of thing we're working on here. It's snow level, it's thickness. And what that means is it shows us how cold the column of air above where we're standing actually is. At the moment, we haven't had a lot of snow in the Alps and there haven't been a whole lot of cold outbreaks. It's been a very warm winter overall, but this shows us that something is coming. It's coming on Monday. So here we have Monday, 12 a.m. I'll just skip through. You can see nothing for the Alps at this stage, but as we go through the early hours, here we go. Here's some activity. This is showing us that this line here is about 1,800 metres that snow can fall down to. This one here, the first darker blue, that's 1,500 metres. Watch that come in right in through here. I'll just zoom in even further so you can see. So the Alps all in through these areas here, we're at 1,000 metres, 1,100, back up to 1,400 metres, but that's some lower level snow than we have seen in a while. So it's really nice to see that. That's Monday, 8 a.m. and it should continue as the day goes on. So that's great news for them, but somehow a little bit too late, too little too late. This one here shows 600 metres is the elevation of the snow in Tasmania. So Monday, if you're not interested in snow, you will be interested. It'll be pretty damn chilly. All right, let's have a look at back to our AI forecast for our rainfall. Here we have Monday. Moving into Tuesday, it clears the southeast. Bit of activity up here. Bit of activity moving in through here, but high pressure coming in. Heading into Wednesday, high pressure moves in through here, bit of activity, but this is our next big weather system coming in. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to another map in through here, which is our MJO. Funny map, it's all circular, it's a bit weird, but the thing I want you to know is whenever this forecast area goes through the green zone, that is our connection to tropical moisture. So that is an enhanced push of that tropical moisture coming down from the north in through there. So that's good news that we are now heading into this green zone and it should last right through the first week of September. So you may be going, Jane, where is the rain? We've only got a tiny gap in through there. Let's move into next week. Here is Wednesday. Watch this in action. Now, it's only on a couple of models at this stage. It's a full week away, but it is something to watch if you have been missing the rain, if you are inland and you need it. Let's watch here. Here's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All of that was a feed of moisture coming down from the north, meeting up with low pressure coming in from the south, and actually enabling that rain to head not just to the ranges, but to actually head inland. So if this comes off, again, it is a full week away and it's only on a couple of the models at this stage, but if it does come off, it is a good sign for us. So that is something that the potential is there on the horizon. All right, so let's have a look at our longer term forecast. So here is precipitation. It's from the Euro model and it's above or below average. Here we have for next week, so starting Monday through to the following Monday. And yes, it is also picking up a little bit of that inland rain. So that means we've got one model is on board with that one. In terms of the heat to go with that, we still have a lot of heat that is sitting in through here, so it's still likely to be above average. Yes, cold fronts will move through, and so in the south it goes up and it goes down. It's always a roller coaster depending on which side of those you are on, but we're still building heat. Heading into the next week, it is still there and maybe disappearing for week 3. That's something to keep an eye on. Heading back to the rain side of things, as we go into week 2, not a lot of excitement in through here. So was that just a one-take wonder? And then as we move into week 3, oh, okay, something may be coming down from here, coming down. So that may be another connection to that tropical moisture moving into week 4 potentially as well. Okay, the forecast for the Weather Bureau, this is their official spring outlook, and you'll notice a lot of dry over on this side, a lot of wet over on this side. Now, these are odds. What it means is these green colours here, 50, 60, 70, so that is 5 out of 10 times that it is above average. That's also 5 out of 10 times that is below average. When you move into the 70, that is 7 out of 10 times that it's above average, but still 3 that are below average. It's not a guarantee of rain, but it is suggesting that more things are pointing towards it actually occurring. One of those is the Pacific Ocean, which is why it is the eastern parts of Australia that have it and not the western parts, and if that is actually heading into La Nina. So that's the official forecast from the Bureau. Okay, let's go through to the next week. We'll start in Brisbane. We've got our icons on the left here so you can get a handy snapshot of what's happening. Heat, 32, 34, 31, 32 on Monday. Monday is the last day. By Tuesday, back down to 23. So there's 4 days left in this excessive heat period. That's how long we've got there. In terms of wet weather, there is not a lot on the horizon as we move through. So that is what we're looking at for the Brisbane area. If we head into Sydney, heat. Today, bit of a dip, comes back. The next cold day is Tuesday, top of just 16. So there'll be quite a difference from the low 30s that we're heading into today. So Sydney does have a big change on the horizon. Let's move down into Melbourne. Up, down, all round, rain at times, Very complicated as it always is. So today we've got the winds increasing again as we move through the middle period into early afternoon. We've got this moving in through here. So another burst of showers is on its way this afternoon, mainly over eastern suburbs. This here, 20%, 40%, 40. I'll just expand this out. What this means is how many weather models are projecting rain for that time. Now, any rain, so just 0.002 of a millimetre is what we've got the threshold as. And so that means, is there the chance of any wet weather there? So you can get a quick idea of what's happening. So here's today. It'll be turning cold tonight after the sunshine of the morning. Heading into Saturday, another burst as we go through the afternoon with the winds that come with it. Into Father's Day Sunday, nice in the morning, not nice during the afternoon. And then as we go into Monday, there's our big cold outbreak coming through. There's a big burst of winds and also rain, just like we saw earlier in Melbourne today. That's only the overnight hours, bit of a break in the morning, and then this is our properly cold day. So 13 or 14 degrees is what it's looking as the top as we move into Monday. If you're after sunshine, light winds and loveliness, we get that from Tuesday. So a nice day in through there and heading to Wednesday as well. Temperatures rapidly climbing. Now with that, we'll move over to Adelaide and let me go through here. So back to the start. We've got all of our wet weather coming in today. There is the winds that come with that. So lots of showers. colder temperatures, lots of showers as we move across the weekend. Monday is when that clears, and that's when we have our chilly weather. By this one here, it's a low of about 4 as we're heading into the Adelaide area. Let's look at what the different weather models are suggesting. This is the AI forecast. It has learnt from recent conditions. So some of these models are still up around the 8 to 9 degree mark, but this one knows that in this particular situation, it should be colder than that. So that makes you think of frost. Let's move to Longranong. That's in the Wimmera, in the western parts of Victoria there, so near Horsham. This one shows us we've got a low of 2. Let me expand that out. This is next Tuesday, the 3rd. We've got one model that's colder. The other ones are up through here. So if you're looking at different guidance, which I know a lot of those on the land do, they look at this website, then look at that one, then they look at this one, they go to this one. This one's got rain on Tuesday, this one's got it on Wednesday. What's happening here? This is all of that different guidance stacked up next to each other, so you don't need to jump from site to site. Plus the AI forecast that has learnt from local conditions and it knows what's happening. So this one here has the risk of frost, and if you need it any more plainly than that, it is which hours are likely here, done by 7 o'clock. Cool, so that's our frost risk in through there. Having a look at rain outlooks. I've gone with Tempe in northwestern Victoria, and one of the guys that emails me regularly is hopefully watching this morning. I will personally send it to you too, so you don't miss out. Here we have no rain as we're moving through. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a little bit on Monday. We saw it extended just enough inland. So Tempe, northwestern in the Mallee, the southern Mallee in Victoria there, just a little tiny bit from that because no tropical connection to that moisture. Whereas if we zoom down, let me just move my head out of the way, 2 millimetres Thursday, Friday 1, 6 millimetres next Saturday. So let's have a look at that in through there. I'll just move myself back over here now. Here we have 20%. It's just one model that has it, 20%. Let's expand that out to have a look. It's this model that likes it through these hours. This model likes it through these hours. This model likes it through these hours. So yes, that is 3 models that do like it, but they haven't settled on when it is arriving yet. So that is good news that it's at least 3 that do like it. That's Thursday. Heading into Friday, there's that one early, and here is the 4th model that likes it on the Friday. That is 4 out of 4 models that do have some rain heading in this direction. They have a lot more of it, these 1, 2, and then 3 are liking it on Saturday as it comes in. So there is the potential for a bit of wet weather coming your way. All right, let's head into the last part. We'll move over to Perth. What's happening there? We have cold fronts. The next nice day is on Monday when that high pressure comes in, jumping up to 25 in the sunshine, then back into this here, but not a lot of wet weather coming through in terms of adding up to much until about the middle of next week. All right, that's it from me. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Are we ready to celebrate that yet? We'll see as we move through Friday afternoon. But yes, hopefully I've given you something that you wanted on the horizon. I'll see you next week. As always, head to janesweather.com. Bye.